what do we have here? Well, kind of like this. 10 days ago I planted these beans. There's a lot still trying to come through. We got pretty good crust on it. It's beat down in a crust. And I'm trying it. This is the first time I've used this rotary hoe since I bought it, and that was in 1988. It's been sitting back in the fence row. I haven't needed it till now, but just an old 3-point. I don't even know who made it. It's supposed to fold up, but most of them never did. A little rusty and crusty. Rusty and crusty, I should say. But it's doing the job. There's beans in there. I'm just trying to give them a fighting chance at this point. So why not give this old thing a try? Can't hurt anything. I literally have bought this at a farm sale about a mile from my house where I live right now. Went over and got it with this tractor's, the tractor this one replaced. That tells you how long ago it's been. So I'll get the tripod and set it up. You can kind of get an idea what it does. It's not doing a whole lot, but it is breaking the crust up some, so maybe more will come up. I don't know. If it keeps me from having to replant, I'm tickled to death. Well, I'll be right back, guys. Well, I kind of had to stop as I got about halfway across that L part. It started getting a lot moister, and I just soon stop and let the wind blow on it tonight, warm temperatures, maybe dry it some more. Running a rotary hoe, there's a little bit of an art to it. If the ground gets, well, the ground gets hard, dry and hard, this is what you do. You're just poking holes. It's not really doing a lot. It is and it isn't. So knowing when to run a rotary hoe and not to is kind of something you got to learn. So there's no book to it, you might say. It's you live and you learn. Apparently I had something caught in it. I don't know what. Let's figure that out. But when it's hard and dry, all you're doing is poking little holes, and it's it really can't get in and do what it needs to do. So, I'll go back there and show you the difference between here and back there. But, little explanation on how this works, and it's really super easy. Those spikes, as you roll forward, roll into the ground, and as they come up, they flip just a little bit of dirt loose. Wouldn't want to get run over by one of these. Might be a bad day, real bad day. But they're a good tool to have. And like I said, this is the first time I've actually used this since I bought it. It's one of those tools you hope you don't ever need. But if you do need it, you got it. It's one of those tools that every farm should have one on it. Just for a situation like this. These beans, today is Saturday, June the 26th. These beans were planted Wednesday, week ago Wednesday, which I think would have been the 16th. So it's kind of in that they may be done for, but I'm going to try this. Today is the first day this ground's been dry enough to actually get on. So I'm going to try it. Like I said, I haven't done this for a long time. I used to do it a lot, but in the last 20-25 years, I haven't needed a rotary hoe because we've been getting rains, you know, stacked on top of each other. But in this case, we got over 4 inches of rain in a matter of an hour, and it just beat this ground down unmercifully. There are washes down through these fields like you wouldn't believe. There was a lot of water moving. So you can kind of see what it looks like out here. Just poking holes and opening a little bit of soil up. Well, there's one on top. Get him covered up, he might grow. That's all she does. Just poke it up and it tears just a little bit of soil up to break that top crust, so if there are beans struggling to come through, they can. And that's the whole point of this. Yes, you are going to lose some. There's no getting around that. But what you save will outweigh the loss. So let me get in the truck and we'll head back to the field right there. That's what it'll do. Little beans that are just trying to come through, it'll break that crust just enough to let it pop up. And that's what we want. So we'll be back here in a minute, guys. Okay, give you a comparison. That's hard. Really hard. But let's come out here. And you can start to see getting wet, which works great for a rotary hoe. because it's doing what it's supposed to. It's just break that crust and flip it up. Ideally, if you got perfectly flat ground, that's even better. Oh, there's one poking through. Like that. But it's getting wetter as I progress this way and go that way. Now, like I say, this is a tool every farm should have on it for kind of this reason. This is kind of that Hail Mary, Hail Mary pass is what this is, trying to save what you got. Normally, like I say, beans aren't up in 10 days or not coming, but this is a little different. See that little guy? He's just popped through. When you get a rain like we did, that just, everything goes out the window. Literally, it just, you know, who expects to get 4 inches of rain in an hour? And then more afterwards. So I'm trying this. It's kind of in the, we got rain forecast for Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday for next week. There are a lot of guys around here scrambling. My cousin is up the road here, maybe 2 miles, working some ground up to plant it yet today. It was wetter than this, which I was surprised to see him go in there, but he said it's getting late, I got to do it. And it's kind of like everybody around here, you know, you got to do what you got to do, and when and how, kind of. But this is kind of ideal moisture for running a rotary hoe, because the ground is yet soft and it can get in. And it's like that little guy right there now is coming on through because of the rotary hoe. Simple as that. All I can do is wait and see. I really did not want to try to put beans in the ground with 5 days of rain coming. The little voice in the back of my head is just jumping up and down, screaming, saying, no, don't do it. Don't do it, don't do it, don't do it. Because you know what's going to happen. They'll rot in the ground. When you're getting 90-degree days and they suddenly start talking about a bunch of rain, you can do what you want. But I've learned over the years, hold off. You're better off. Now, like I say, this is kind of a Hail Mary. This might work, it might not work, but we're going to try it. All that's my time and a little diesel fuel. So $15 to do this, yeah, we'll try it for that. And it doesn't hurt. Does not hurt one bit to try. Because the beans are there, they're just struggling to get out of the ground. Because the ground got packed down around them. Like I say, yesterday, you could not have driven through this field. No way, shape, or form. It was wet enough. You got stuck. So, alright, we're going to play it safe here. We'll run the rotary hoe. And like I said, this is getting wetter the farther I come toward the woods. Which is a good thing, because the soil is going to be softer, and I have been seeing more beans up the farther I come back. So tomorrow morning I'll come up here and take a look at it, and like I said, this is a bit on the wet side, as you can see. Save that one. But it gets wetter the closer you get to the woods. I have not even looked in the backfield yet. So my game plan is come up tomorrow, go over to Oliver, check the fluids and oil, grease the rotary hoe, and come back here and try to do some more. Try to get this done. That lower end down there, whew, God, there's a lot of water come through there. It's kind of in the, really can't believe how much water went through there. So it is what it is. So I'm going to call it a day here, guys. I got to go home. I got some company coming this evening, and want to enjoy myself. This was a, I don't want to say a last minute, but I got to thinking about it and brought the skid steer back. That rotary hoe was sitting back there by that big tree. Got it out, brought it up there, went over it, shot some grease in it, got the Oliver 1550 out. Won't fit on the 1850. And away we went. And like I say, it's, this ground changes from the road, from the barn to the end of the field, from the road this way. It changes the whole way. And knowing this ground, I know what I can do and can't do. And the more I thought about it, more of this made sense. So we're going to give it a whirl, see what happens. What's the most I can do? Screw up? It's already screwed up now, so can't make it any worse. So we'll see you next time, guys. And as always, please comment, rate, and subscribe. And yeah, that new old stock equipment that's sitting around, nice to have sitting there. May not need it, but I got it sitting there in case I do. We'll see you next time, guys.